I just want to point out that that's probably the most unhinged message to read. I was like, for like 5 seconds, for a good 10 to 15 seconds, I was wondering like what you meant by you want to see the meats. I was like, what does that mean? But then I remembered, yes, we did go to eat meat yesterday. So the date was great. My wife and I realized that we are not made for being fancy. So it was funny. Because my wife at first was very nervous walking in. Because it's kind of like a very... It has this illusion of being fancy, but it's not really fancy, right? The thing that really got us was that, you know, there were only like 7 people there. And we're 2 of the 7, so we're like a good, like, I don't know, 15 to 20% of the entire customer base for like an hour or like 2. But after a while, we like settled in. And then they just kept coming with all the meat. And I was like, oh my god, it just keeps on going. There was a lot of meat. We got more than our fill. We realized that we're a bit too old. We can't eat the way that we used to. So I don't know why it was really hard to eat the way that we used to. We basically could not eat as much as I wanted to in terms of like raw value, but I think we got the value anyways. It was just in the sense of like there's like no way to eat that much food. Ahaha, old head. But wow, was it good? Again, picanha was the first one to like, you know, drop on the plates, and it was immediate. Okay, so we got there right as dinner service opened because I booked the reservation for like the earliest time because we had to drop off her dog Missy for her dog daycare thing too. Because, you know, we wanted to like socialize with like other people besides us. It didn't really work because she's still very clingy, but still, at least it was something, right? They brought out the picanha because we were the first people there. You always get the best cut. You get the outside cut. It was so good. And then you get the sirloin top steak. Then you get the spicy meat. Then you get the Parmesan crusted meat. Then you get the garlic steak, the garlic top sirloin steak. And then you get like chicken because why not? And then you get the hot spicy sirloin steak, and it's so good, right? That place was really good. The thing is that I don't take photos. The only photo that we have of that night was one that my wife took of the dessert. For the meat itself, we were just kind of like, because my wife and I were like, we really enjoy just kind of living in the moment, so we never actually take like photos of like things. We're very, very bad at taking photos. It's why I wouldn't survive as like a vlogger. Like if I had to do like a full-on vlog content, I don't think I would survive well. But we got 2 drinks. She got a sangria because alcohol just tastes bad. I got a chiparina or something. I don't know. It was something like that. Very lemony. Passion fruit something is very, very, very lemony. It's very strong. The seeds get stuck in your straw. But boy, oh boy, that meat was so good. The problem that we had was that, so this is weird. So it's a Brazilian steakhouse. And Brazilian steakhouses, you know, the way they work is that somebody, or rodillo, or rodillo or something. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. They go around tables, and what they do is that they bring the entire like meat stack like to you. So it's on like a giant skewer, right? The problem is that I forgot to flip, you know, because you get like a token on your table to say like, oh, I'm like eating, please don't send me more, right? We didn't flip it over, so and because there's only 7 people in the restaurant, and there's only like there are only 5 tables. You have like 12 people, you know, holding their own cut of meat. And it's like this speed running. They just kept coming back. Within 30 minutes, we had eaten every meat twice, and I was like, oh my god, like this is a lot of meat. They just kept on coming, and I thought about it, and I was like, wait, we should flip it back, right? The problem is that by the time we finished our pile of like meat, by the 1 hour mark, all the meat got cold, right? And I don't know how to explain this to you. Cold Parmesan tastes ass. I really don't know how to say it. Cold Parmesan is very weird. Cold steak is very, very dry and tough. It's very, very hard. The juiciness is like only for a moment, and then the moment that it gets like cold, all of that beautiful moisture just like disappears. It's just, it was so sad. But when you get it fresh, holy moly, the first round was really good. But yeah, I just have no photos of it. Again, my wife and I like to live in the moment. We just take no photos. We're both very bad at it. I'm not gonna really apologize for it, just because like I don't know, it's just especially for like me, like I enjoy dates where we just get to hang out and just sort of like talk, and like I like talking. Like me and her talk a lot. Like we actually talk like a lot, especially in like private. In public, it's kind of hard. Like in public, around people that we know, it's kind of hard. But in private, even if we're in like public, as long as it's just the two of us, like even if we're surrounded by like strangers, we can always talk. So it was fun. But we had a lot of good like food. They had an all-you-can-eat buffet, which I also thought was kind of weird. But the buffet was also kind of like not really what you expect. It's basically just like really good Caesar salad, which I do appreciate because when you have like the real Caesar sauce and they actually like like it's actually like solid. Holy moly, does that thing slap? You can kind of tell I'm still kind of recovering from like that like whole the whole meal yesterday. It was really good. But it was a good date. We got a nice chocolate and vanilla Valentine's mousse, which was very, very cool. She didn't know, like we it was like an edible cup, and then she got full after a while, so she was like, "Can you eat both?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And boy, oh boy, do I love mousse and chocolate. And then yeah, that was it. It was solid, very, very, very solid day. We went to go pick up our little puppy from the dog sitter after as well. And it was so funny because the moment that we get into the car, right? Because so my wife goes up to meet the dog sitting, and so my puppy has no clue that I'm there, okay? And my puppy is like very, very like calm, but when she sees me, she gets really excited. Like she really she has a preference. She definitely has a preference, right? So she had no clue I was inside the car, right? And she's in this like carrying bag where you barely see her like head, which I think I showed you guys last time. The moment she saw me was the moment that my wife entered the like car. My dog like immediately unzipped the thing by like clawing at it and like jumped out at me. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. And she was like, and she just held on to me the entire time. Like she wouldn't stop. She kept licking my face the entire car ride home. It was so cute. But yeah, solid day. Very, very solid date. Got some good times in. We also had a good morning too, because even before that, we basically just spent the entire day. I mean, we basically spent like every day that I say that I'm going for wifey day, I really do spend like the entire day with her. And like after I'm done streaming, I also just spend the entire day with her. So it's like we spend a lot of time, basically that entire day. I tried to match with her. It was pretty funny. I tried to match with her, and then she changed her like pants after, and so I looked silly. Because I really hate wearing lighter colors. She does too, actually. She really hates wearing lighter colors, but I think she looks really good in lighter colors. But I can't pull off like certain looks, right? I look a bit too like gremlin-y to like pull off like a very fancy look. So I'm like beige all the way through. But yeah, we had a good time. Oh, I did take a photo of a giant bear, which I can't show you yet because I haven't cropped it and our faces show up in it. But there's this giant store in Canada, in many places in like Canada. So I don't really know how to explain this, but Canada, it's really hard to buy a gun. This is obviously, obviously, right? That's very hard to buy a gun. But and then you go to this. I don't really know why. This feels like the only place where you can easily find stuff. Okay. I don't know also why this is the American site, but basically we have the exact same things on the Canadian store here. Let me show you all the official website, and you're gonna recognize this name because they make certain games. They actually make a lot of games. Okay. Bass Pro Fishing Shop. That's right. Welcome to Bass Pro Fishing Shop. This is a very interesting shop. So when you're outside, there is a giant bear that stands there holding up the sign, and you think it's like a very like theme parky place, right? Like it looks kind of cool and fun. You can go in and you see like giant aquarium and stuff, and then you look at this, and you're like, wait a minute, like they sell this in like Canada. I'm like, yo. For some reason, the website is different. It's like the Canadian website is slightly different, but basically it's the exact same store, and they use the Bass Pro Shop name here as well. I just don't know why they call it Cabela's. Now, this name might be familiar to you. Bass Pro Fishing is a series of games where you go fishing. They're actually really known for their fishing stuff. Cabela's has Cabela's Deer Hunt, which is a very well-known hunting franchise. These are real stores So these real stores decided to make their own game series based on what they do to try and sell more stuff. And you can actually just go up and buy guns. Like there's actually nothing stopping you from. I can't even show you this. But I really wanted to buy a crossbow. So you can also buy a crossbow. Let's see crossbows. Yo, I really wanted to buy a crossbow. I don't know why I had like a very strong fascination with a crossbow, but look at how cheap it is. Look, you don't need a crank cocker. You don't need a crank cocker to fire your crossbow. All you need is this bad boy right here, recurve compact crossbow, and it's surprising how cheap these are. This isn't Canadian, so in American, in freedom dollars, it's even cheaper, right? But in Canadian, it's really good. These things are used for actual hunting, so they're actually very, very strong. They're made to like pierce through like animal skin. And you can just buy them like just at the store. They even have like bows, I'm pretty sure, like actual bows. But yeah, here we go. Inside archery, here we go, archery. They have compound bows. I really wanted a compound bow. Chat, it looks so cool. Look at this. Takedown feature makes it easy to tote and store it, so you can like store it. This is an honest to god RPG item. This is an actual like RPG item, and I don't know why it exists. I don't know, like it's funny too because like you forget that Canada, because like when you live in the city center in like Canada, you forget just how much of Canada is like really fucking wild, right? Like most of the people that we saw in that store were wild hunters, like, and they clearly didn't live in the city. They very, very clearly lived in the outskirts where they had to hunt to survive, or at least hunt to, you know, be like to like have things, right? Like it's a very different place to be, and that's when you realize like, oh, you know, like you working in your high rises or your fancy malls and stuff, it feels like an entirely different world almost. But this bow is made for young archers aged 7 through 10. So if you have a child and your child is going to school, be sure to arm them and teach them how to use the way of the bow before they hit middle school. All right. Every Canadian child has to do this, okay? I'm not even kidding you. This is an actual thing you do in Canada, okay? One of the trips that you go to in middle school, which is grade like 5, like 6, 7, 8. So when you're like 11 till like... No, when you're 10 until 13, right? 10 to 13 years old, one of the school trips you go to is you go to the middle of fuck all nowhere and you learn how to forage for bugs instead of flowers to eat, and you learn how to hunt things with like a bow. I'm not even kidding you. And you learn how to find your way in the wilderness. This is a Canadian tradition that they put through that they put most kids through. Okay, it was the best trip of all time because out of 10 shots I hit 4 bullseyes. I knew I was destined for greatness when I hit those 4 bullseyes. What did you stray and you teach them the way of the shield? I wonder if they actually sell a shield also. Hello, brother. I wonder if they actually sell a shield. Oh my god, they sell a mosquito shield. So yeah, if you're in Canada and you grow up in like Canada, there's a very good chance you're just gonna learn how to like hunt things. There's also this like other thing where you get to learn how like people used to live back then, and also just like, you know, obviously like, you know, having to learn about the history of it too and all the transgressions against the native people of this land. And so it's like you also get to learn their way of life and how to be respectful too. So you actually learn a lot about how to skin animals too. Actually, like a very large amount. I did not shy away from any of that. I fucking loved it. I was like, yo, I felt like, is this a good term to use? US Canadian. Maybe not, but I felt like a person who lives out in the forest, just like, you know, hunting things and just living in like random places. But it was a school trip, so like we had people like guiding us the entire time. So it was the best place to learn mistakes. It was so fun, and we get to use like real arrows. I don't think I would trust a 10-year-old with a real arrow. Like I really wouldn't trust them. Did I ever have that fishing trip during elementary/middle school? Yes. I missed the elementary one, but I went to the middle school one. Yes. There's just something weird about... I don't think Americans have this, right? Like, I imagine Americans don't have this. But in, like, a lot of places in like, Canada... Sorry, I'm slipping into an American accent because of Star Trekker. I asked my buddy who was from Alberta if he had those trips, and he's like, yeah, of course. He was like, there's nothing else to do out in Alberta. In Alberta, all you have is trees, snow, and drugs. And he was like, there's nothing else to do out there. So you have to learn how to like survive in the woods. I'm like, sick. It's like sick. The store had also a section full of the musks and like scents. So there's like musk scenty stuff. We didn't know, but as soon as you walk in, you know what it is because my god, it smells like ass. It smells so bad. But yeah, so there was this store that that I took a photo of. It's a very fascinating store, and again, they have their own series of the games like Cabela's Deer Hunt, a Deer Hunt Home. What? And it's funny because if you look at the pages of the site, this honestly looks like LARPer cosplay. This looks like military LARP. Like it just doesn't seem real, but this is what hunters do. Because apparently this actually fools animals. And this is actually what a lot of hunters like. This is actual hunting gear. Like you sometimes see them if you drive out far enough, right? And obviously you have to be careful, the signal and be all that. You have to do a bunch of things to make sure that you don't get shot. So if you're a person, you wear very high vis gear so they don't kill you. And they always have to confirm that it's like an animal, right? But some people don't. It's very loose and wild at like times. But you really do see people with like bows sometimes. It's apparently very effective for being a very quiet tool. And I don't know. This is like just look at this. This you could honestly look if you just take this image. Okay, let's go over here. Let's go to GIMP. Right? Let's open up GIMP and let's just do this. You may notice that I'm kind of like. Again, I am still pretty like out of it because of the whole thing. We do yeah, sure, we do this. This is gonna blind you. If we do this, and you do 1920 by 1080, okay, and you just take this photo and you move it up here, and you move it like there we go, and then yeah, here we go. And then you do this. There's actually no difference. Like genuinely, there's no difference. It just looks like a stalker game. Like honestly, it's actually kind of insane. And the crazy part is like this is just real. This is just real shit. Stalker. Wait, maybe like this. Here we go. It just it just looks like stalker. And this is just life here in like Canada. So again, if you have kids, and you live in Canada, just know that at some point, again, because like this is a very fascinating thing. Because I know a lot of people who like moved here for the first time, and so they have no clue, right? But honestly, you really do learn a peculiar set of skills that's very well suited to the Canadian environment, right? Obviously, if you live in a city, it's going to be rare for you to ever encounter those things. But there's a very good chance that your child will be going through this. Now, especially if you're one of those quiverful folks. So I was also reading this last night. This is going to be a very interesting article to read, okay? This is, I'm going to pull it from the Wikipedia page because I feel like the NPR article is probably not the best place to do it. This is a movement. Quiverful is a movement about having children. Like I'm not even kidding you. It's called quiverful, as in like, is your quiver full, right? Not like quivering as in like, oh, like are you quivering? Like is your pussy quivering or something? No, like is your arrow quiver full? Is it full of arrows? Full of like children? Quiverful is a Christian theological position that sees large families as a blessing from God and encourages procreation and abstaining from all forms of birth control in stuff like that in the pursuit of expanding the family. Some of these people, this is actually like, look at this. This is the Christian quiverful movement originating from Psalm 127:3 to 5, where many children are metaphorically referred to as the arrows in a full quiver. There are so many photos of people in this movement where they have like dozens of kids, like actual dozens. Okay, I got down a rabbit hole reading this because I really don't know how to. I don't know how to explain this. It started with Shen Yun. Now, I don't know if you know Shen Yun, but I know Shen Yun. Because all over the city, all you see is just banners for Shen Yun. Let me see if we can find a photo of these ads. Oh, shoot. Shen Yun. Now, this is going to get me banned from, like, the... from all Chinese platforming, stream platforms. But, you know, it's... I believe Taiwan, like, me saying Taiwan is, like, I've said that multiple times, so it's already too late for me, right? So, but Shen Yun, these are the ads that you see everywhere, okay? This was a very fascinating thing to learn about, all right? Let me see if we can get this. This is a very fascinating thing to learn about. Shen Yun is apparently a play. Now, I see ads for this play all the time. You've probably seen it as, like, well, it's on the side of roads, it's in banners and, like, pamphlets and that stuff. Apparently, it's a global, you know, phenomenon. So it's literally in every country except for China and I think one other place. So everywhere, it's actually global. I was reading about this because I was just wondering, like, you know, what is Shen Yun? And then here you get linked to other such, like, weird things somewhere on this page. I can't remember how I got there. It's that whole thing of, like, Kevin Bacon, like, every famous person is 7 Wikipedia pages away from Kevin Bacon. This is a religious, or like it's considered a cult, but it's also kind of its own religion. But also it's like it's full of, like, really, like, strange homophobic things too. There's a lot of really bad things about it. And I only found out because I was like, what the fuck is Shen Yun? Because my wife and I kept on seeing it, like everywhere, right? And then basically, it's a dance number. It's a play. And parts of the play involve seeing 2 men holding hands is a bad thing, which is really messed up. It also has a scene where like, you know, the CCP kidnaps you to take you to harvest your, like, organs, which is also really, like, strange. And the reason why it was so interesting is because this newspaper, the Epoch Times, or, you know, the Epic, I don't know how people pronounce this. My mother-in-law, she doesn't read it. She uses it, I'm not even kidding you, to clean up the mess on the floors. She was like, this is her reasoning. She was like, I only use trash to clean trash, right? So she gets a bunch of it for, like, free from, like, grocery stores, right? Like Asian grocery stores. Because we, you know, we're Asian and we go to Asian grocery stores, and so she uses it to, like, clean up messes or pick up dog poop and stuff. It's like, wow, it's fascinating, and I always wondered where it was from, right? So going down this rabbit hole led me to the quiverful thing. There's a lot of weird, like, very weird things out there. I just wanted to share it with you all because I feel like everyone's seen the Shen Yun stuff, right? They're on every billboard out there. There's a whole bunch of them. And they always make it seem like a very fun thing to, like, watch. Like, all the ads for it make it seem like a very cool, life-changing play. And then you realize that, like, they hate gay people, and it's like, I don't want to watch this. Like, it seems kind of shit. But yeah, it's very surprising. It's fascinating too to read about the financial stuff. Apparently, they're really rich. So if you ever open a cult, you're going to be, like, balling out of control. It did make me kind of want to open my own cult. But I've been very worried about this topic as well. So I've been reading a lot of this thing called Suhi Zero, which is a webtoon, okay? It's about parasocial, like, relationships, okay? At some point in the future, this is going to be an announcement because I'm almost done. I suspect one more month. Like, actually one more month because I found a very good workaround. In about a month, we're going to do our first ever VR chat reading stream, okay? This one is going to be in a custom world that I'm going to make, or that I've somewhat made. It's still roughly... It's the thing I have to make is that part that allows us all to read at the same time from the same thing. And I had to do a workaround because there's no easy way to do so, but there is a way to load arbitrary content through the video player by entering a URL. So I'm not even kidding you. To do this, I have to run a web server that renders an ebook for us to read together, and I have to, you know, bring controls through so I can scroll it like a normal thing. That way we all have the same view of what we're reading, because you're gonna be able to, like, join and sit in front and just listen to me. But one of the things that I want to read during that stream initially is related to something parasocial. It'll be a surprise when we get there. But I was very interested in sort of seeing like, what that stuff was because of this webtoon called Sui Zero. And I realized that like, boy oh boy, is there a lot of danger that could come from being parasocial? I'm very not parasocial with you guys, but I also am. In the sense of like, I just tell you like weird, cool stories about things I find, and I give you like small updates on like, I don't know, bits of life. But I need all of you to know that what you're seeing is a very small fraction of my life. Is maybe like a 5-minute. Like imagine it in the context of a 24-hour day. It's maybe a fraction of a second, right? If my life was a 24-hour day, you're only seeing a fraction of a second, right? But I thought it was fascinating because, being in a cult, they surprisingly rely on a lot of those parasocial elements to try to get you to like give them money and give them attention and like give them things. It's a very interesting sort of way of like doing things. I don't know why people fall for it, but that's because we haven't actually gone through the documentation for it. There's surprisingly a lot of research done into parasocial relationships. No, it's weird how a lot of it is based around like we have those naturally, but there's also like a very unnatural form of it that like can lead to very bad things. So it's gonna be an interesting read, and I know it's a weird first reading stream, but in general, it's because it's really hard to find copyright-free books that aren't racist, guys. People were really racist back then. And as always, with every stream, today is not just a talking stream. Okay, I just wanted to get into it because I got sidetracked because literally the first message I saw was this. This is the first message I saw. I just want you all to look at this, okay? I hadn't even turned on my like mic yet. Okay, if you have no clue, like if you can't even remember what you like, I have short-term memory loss, so I have no clue what this means, right? I just see this message and I'm like, what? It just sounds wrong. I want to see the meat. I don't know what this means. And if I didn't remember that I went on a date yesterday, then I don't think I don't know how I would have answered this. I really don't know. So yeah, sorry about that sidetrack. We're not going to be talking the entire day. Today's going to be a very busy day. Okay, so the show today is going to be very, very different. I know last week I said that we were going to get into the Astro Libre DLC, but the DLC, as good as it may be and as good as it seems to be, and as much as I want to play it, I also think we've been playing too much Astro Libre, so I want to take a break. And something interesting happened. I'm going to show you in just a moment. So once I open the store page. Maybe I shouldn't open the store page because I have adult content on, and there's a lot of titties on my store page. Wow, that's a massive titty. Oh my god. That's a huge titty. Jesus Christ. There is... Okay, well, maybe this is the worst page. How about this? There is something called the... Everyone is the protagonist! Sorry, I really can't show you this. There's a lot of titties. I should have prepared this material beforehand, but this is all kind of... This whole segment is off the cuff. Not like what we're going to do, but this segment. This is the RPG Maker... Oh god. This is the... Oh god. This is the RPG Maker Festival 2024, okay? In this festival, and if you don't know RPG Maker is a program to allow you to make RPGs. Like that's... I mean, it's literally... It is what it is, right? It's a very interesting program because this thing has been around for a long time. And you might notice some fine print at the bottom here. Or not fine print. It's actually very, very pronounced. It's actually one of the most important things of this entire thing. RPG Maker XP, which has been given birth... That's a very strange term. To numerous masterpieces is free. Free. Okay? This thing was made in 2004, alright? I think the latest one is RPG Maker MZ. And the features in MZ are actually insane. So basically, you know those really cool RPGs that you play? Like, Final Fantasy? Maybe not the remakes. Probably not the remakes. Or like, Elia? Is it Ilia? The one where you can like get people pregnant and like have like a talking dog and like stuff. Or even things like kind of like Octopath, but not really. Like the graphics, you can get there. Or even games like Undertale. If you didn't know, Undertale was made in RPG Maker. Basically, that's what RPG Maker lets you do. and you can program anything in it, but it comes with a very base system that allows you to just make very fun RPGs for yourself. This is going to be a very interesting stream today because I have no clue what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to treat today like a game jam almost. We're just going to go in with a concept, and today's concept is going to be parasocial because again, I'm reading a lot of Suhi Zero. Okay, if you don't know, Suhi Zero is a very good webtoon about the dangers of being too parasocial. Sorry, the VTube Studio community page is full of titties. What the fuck? I have Steam open to try to like shut it on, but why is there so many titties? Why is everybody's VTube model so fucking sexy? But basically, the whole gist of it is that, you know, the main character, Suhi, she started streaming by accident because her little brother does streaming for like fun. And she gets popular, right? And it gets into these like fascinating discussions about like, you know, why certain streamers get popular over other streamers, the dangers of what happens when you let your viewers get too close, and how the streamer themselves can like foster that kind of, you know, way too close relationship with their viewers, as well as like kind of like, you know, the allure of the possibility of making a lot of like very easy or quote unquote easy, but also like very simple money, you know, by just selling certain portions of who you are, like on the like as like one facet of like streaming, and like how streaming can be a very diverse but also very isolating thing depending on what you really do. It's a very fascinating story. It's surprisingly in like depth. It really follows basically, I do think a lot about this stuff often because I do stream, and it's something that I don't do as like a full-time thing. Even though it may seem like it, I just do this for like fun. Like honestly, my full-time thing is completely different. My full-time thing is just that thing I showed you guys last time. I just do this for like fun. So you get into this like, you know, series of discussions that like makes you think like, oh, like where's that line that you draw, right, in being parasocial? And then I saw that RPG Maker XP was free, and I was like, you know what would be really fun is if we make a game about being parasocial. So we're gonna do a game jam, a mini game jam for about 6 hours, roughly, because it depends on how long the first segment is going to like take. Because making the RPG is the second segment. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of fun writing things and thinking of new skills and, you know, inputting chat members and like stuff and just seeing how things go, right? I have a general the design doc that I'll show you guys soon, but before that, we need to do something interesting. Okay, there is something that was done recently, or that just sort of got popular recently. FedEx has a interview process that involves looking at these weird beings, which I can't show you yet. I need to sign up for it, so we're gonna do the sign up live because it's weird. So they outsource the interview process to a different company. This company uses like weird blue people images, and you're supposed to say like, okay, is this me or not me? Okay. What I saw, depending on how you take the like test, if you don't scroll up because it scrolls you down automatically, you actually don't ever get to see the like prompt, and you just get to see these like images, and they ask you these like questions, and it's very weird. It's a very weird thing to ask you, right? I get that for a job like FedEx, you might need that because you're handling people's like packages, and there's a sense of like, okay, well, do you like, you know what I mean? What if you like steal or something, right? But if the person's gonna be like, you know, awful, how honest are they going to like be, right? Like if I was a serial killer and I wanted to work at the FedEx job to find out where my obsession lived, right? To like kill them. Why would I care to ever be like honest when it says like, would you look at the name on this package and find out where they live and then go visit them? It's like, no, I wouldn't do that, haha, and then you do it and then someone's dead, right? Like it's a very weird sort of interview process, and we're going to do it because there's a way for us to actually take it as like, well. The problem, again, I didn't sign up for it because you have to sign up for a free trial. I think it requires a fake credit card. I'm gonna have to find like a fake credit card, which I think is a federal crime, so we're gonna have to see how far we can take this. And then we have to sign up for this, and we have to do it very, very quickly because we won't have much time before the trial dies. Or before their fraud systems catch me and they send me to jail. So 50-50, right? Huh? Yeah. Imagine committing a federal crime. But yeah, let's see how we do on this FedEx interview. I suspect it won't take more than 20 minutes, but I thought it'd be fun to sort of like try it out just to see like why these interview processes even exist, and sort of start like a dialogue as like why they forced us to like do them. You had to go for a bit and just came back to catch up in the act. Well, just ignore the fact that we're probably going to commit a crime. I'll be back though. I need to use the washroom. Sorry, this just came out of nowhere. I need to use the washroom. I think the spice is hitting me now, but it's good because I have a song to play for you all that very much matches the mood of things I've talked about today. So again, remember the quiverful moment about having too many kids? Well, this is gonna be a weird one. Twitter sometimes recommends you posts that I have no clue how. Okay, they just recommend you random posts. One of the posts that they recommended me was about a person who found this artist named Ruben the Understander. It is like a 12-year-old child. They have done nothing but make one single rock song about how they hate school. And I was like, this is the strangest thing I've ever heard, so I want to subject it to all of you. I'll be right back in just a moment. Enjoy Ruben the Understander.
You are listening to Ruben the Understander. I hate school. I hate work. I hate my teachers. I hate to learn. I hate science. I hate math. I hate everything about my school. La 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 la. 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 When I get home, I watch TV. I make my mum go mad at me. She sends me to my room and I play my music very, very loud. La 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 la. 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 I don't want to go to school today. I just want to stay at home and play. I don't want to go to school today. I just want to stay at home and play. I hate school. I hate work. I hate my teachers. I hate to learn. I hate science. I hate math. I hate everything about my school. La 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 la. 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 La 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 la.
I am so sorry. That was it's okay. I didn't set up the playlist correctly. It's supposed to loop back. It was supposed to go back right into this like jazzy music. Sorry, that was very awkward. Imagine just sitting there in like just complete silence. Same TBH. Yeah, it really was. You know, it's that song. It's like the mood of that song was so good because that's exactly how I felt like back then. That's how I still feel like now. Right? It's gonna be fascinating to sort of go through all this because it's like. It's weird how that energy can carry you through life, through anything, right? Your hate of a certain institution can basically make you go like, I'm gonna do something different, and I'm gonna do it so I don't have to be there. For me, like honestly, a lot of my life and career choices were basically the result of me never wanting to go back to school. Like I was like school sucks. You know what I mean? Like you have like timelines that don't pay you. You have like people that like get mad at you but they don't pay you. You gotta fight people sometimes to like survive, and you'll get paid for it. Like at least I could get paid for it somewhere, right? Whereas you going straight out to like work, oh boy, it's fun. And if you can learn it on your own and not have to pay to go to school, I'm like, oh boy, like this is great. So I still find it crazy that I still find it crazy that you have to pay for school. Something that I would have thought a country would want you to like do for free regardless to make them like stronger on like a global market. But this is not a civilization day, okay? We're gonna get started on doing the first thing for today, which is we're gonna do a job interview with FedEx. Kind of. This is gonna be interesting, okay? Just give me a moment to set things up. That meme honestly doesn't make any sense to most of you, I think. That was a very popular Billy meme. What a great song. That song is about love, the person's love being like a winter blossom, pushing through the endless expanse of snow where there's like nothing, you know what I mean? And then just being like, like this is my love for you. It is persevering. It is unending. It is enduring. It is my love for you is infinite, and my love for you will push through anything. And even in a world that has nothing but just like dead, quiet snow, my love for you will shine and be emphasized. And this is the PewDiePie drawing video. God damn it, he makes me feel like a failure. This, however, got very popular again because of this meme. Okay, Billy is like it's a bit like Chinese Twitter. Basically, you sometimes find some weird things on there. Nyanus is very popular on Billy. I don't know why. Hololive is too. It's very interesting. But I this is the best music video I've ever seen. People make fun of him for his looks, which I hate. But the reason why I love this is because, again, remember, was it winter plum blossoms pushing through the endless expanse of like dead empty space. That song that we just heard doesn't actually have like a music video because it came from like a very old TV show from the 80s. This is the best music video for that song ever. It also it also does help comedic value wise that he sings it with a completely different key, which is also like it's like a minor key, and so like it just makes the whole song sound like off. Just look at the camera spin. Just look at the camera spin. He's really emphasizing the lyrics of the song. It's so good. That guy has an official YouTube channel, which is, what the fuck is this? Shui Hao, but it's a lo-fi remix. I don't even want to play that. He has an official YouTube channel now, where he is known as the Egghead. Well, like that's actually his like YouTube channel name, or like Eggman, official Eggman YouTube channel. Kind of sad that he made that his own like identity. But the internet is, unnecessarily cruel at times. But again, fascinating song. I really enjoy it. It's strange how that song became popular because of a meme. And it's weird how it kind of came out of nowhere again. It's weird because it had a resurgence back in like 2013, 2014. And then it had a resurgence again like fairly recently as well. It's strange. It's strange how things are always cyclical and how people are always able to like find these things. And I'm always glad when it sort of breaks through these different language barriers, although perhaps in the worst way. But at least we get to share in it too, despite not knowing a single thing about it, unless you understand the language and/or find a translation. It's also a very good song. It's a surprisingly very powerful, emotional song. But I did want to combine the two videos into one. It's why I tried to play his portion over, but I didn't realize that his portion was so quiet. Anyways, we're gonna make an RPG now, okay? We are doing a mini game jam for ourselves because RPG Maker XP is free.